Hi, I'm Joyce Hopewell. Welcome to my Astro Chat channel. This time I'm going to chat a little bit about the planet Jupiter, which we associate with largeness, with expansion, with good fortune, with opportunity, with good luck, and with taking risks. Now, taking risks is something that we all do in everyday life, and some of us are better at it than others. But Jupiter, if we understand what's going on, can be helpful in making us take risks in perhaps a little bit more aware, sensitive way, because Jupiter is the planet that is associated with sight and perception and sensory awareness of what's going on around us. Now, Jupiter in astrological psychology we say is associated with the sense of sight, with the eyes. So when we're using our eyes, when we're looking at something, when we're perceiving something, we are using our Jupiter function in order to pick up all the messages that we can through that sense of sight. And of course, if we're using our senses, particularly our sense of sight, that is going to help us assess in almost in the flash of an instant if there's any risk involved, and almost another Jupiter function to judge what that risk might be. It's said that we pick up everything we need to know about a person in the first split second of meeting them, just by looking at them, just by their appearance. So Jupiter is certainly a very important function to train and to get used to. If you think about Jupiter, it's the part of us that sums up, that weighs up what's going on around us, and just thinking of being in a crowd or in a dangerous situation, it's the planet that can help us really perceive, almost with eyes in the back of our head, what is going on. So it's very important that you get an idea of how Jupiter functions. So look around you, get some ideas of how you're actually using your Jupiter, your sense of perception, your sense of sight, in a conscious and aware way. Use Jupiter. Allow it to open up your sight, your senses of perception, to absorb what's going on. In fact, we do say that with the Huber method, we use a Jupiter way of looking at the natal chart. We forget the Mercury stuff, which is all the head stuff, it's all the brain stuff, all the ideas that we have. We use the sight, we use the senses. So it's no good somebody saying to a small child, for example, don't go and touch that because it's hot. That's the Mercury stuff. When the child actually touches whatever it is that's hot, they know from their own experience that that is hot, and that's using Jupiter. Jupiter is life experience. Use your Jupiter, allow that function to come through, particularly when you're taking risks. And just to finish, I'm going to read a poem about risks, because this is the most wonderful bit of philosophy. I don't know who it's by, it's an anonymous poem, but it's pretty good, and there's a lot of Jupiter in here. To laugh is to risk appearing the fool. To weep is to risk appearing weak or sentimental. To reach out is to risk involvement. To expose feelings is to risk exposing your true self. To place your ideas and dreams before the crowd is to risk their love. To risk. What's to risk? Well, to love is to risk not being loved in return. To live is to risk dying. To hope is to risk despair. To try is to risk failure. But the greatest hazard in life is to risk nothing. The one who risks nothing, does nothing, and has nothing, and finally is nothing. He may avoid sufferings and sorrow, but he simply cannot learn, feel, change, grow, or love. Chained by his certitude, he is a slave. He has forfeited freedom. Only one who risks is free. Bye for now.